Community Health Assessment and Client Education Project by Heather Almond, Emily Sellers, Jennifer Ling, and Julie James. Introduction. Due to increasing incidences of hepatitis A, the CDC has declared Mecklenburg County as experiencing a hepatitis A outbreak. From January 1st to January 28th of last year, there were 26 cases reported of hepatitis A. From April 28th of 2018 to the present, there has been a total of 27 reported cases. This information is updated biweekly. Hepatitis A is a highly contagious liver infection. It can be mild to severe depending on the duration of the infection. It's contracted by ingesting the virus from objects, food, or drinks, or from sexual contact with an infected person. Signs and symptoms include fever, fatigue, loss of appetite, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, dark urine, diarrhea, clay-colored stool, joint pain, and jaundice. The incubation period for hepatitis A is anywhere from 15 to 50 days, and it must be confirmed by a blood test. Vaccination is the first line of defense in preventing hepatitis A. It's a two-part vaccine that's recommended for children between their first and second birthdays. However, anyone can get the vaccine at any age after the second birthday. Other ways to prevent spreading this infection are hand hygiene, proper precautions during sexual intercourse, washing fruit and vegetables with non-contaminated water before ingesting. Outbreaks have occurred primarily between three different groups: persons who use injection or non-injection drugs, persons who are experiencing homelessness, and men who have sex with men. Our project is going to focus on men who have sex with men because they are one of the top three groups that are at risk for contracting hepatitis A. The population of gay males in Mecklenburg County is 32% above the national average. Community assessment. Our windshield survey showed that Mecklenburg County is in general a pleasant area. It has heating and air in most of the homes. The open areas between the homes can vary by just moving a few blocks down the road. So you can go from having really nice, well-kept areas, and then a few blocks down it'll be more trash strewn around and older-looking homes. So transportation in the area, there are city buses and light rail transportation from the university area. These are very reliable. Uber and Lyft are also popular in the area, and you can rent scooters and bikes to get around through in the city limits too. There are plenty of parks and recreation areas. There's a greenway that runs through the city. There's ample shopping. People in the streets. There's a lot of people out walking, exercising, walking dogs. You can see some homeless people that are gathered during the day to get food and supplies. Not a whole lot of animals around other than pets and domestic animals, although you can see a few squirrels and birds. So Mecklenburg County is considered home for people of all different races. The 2017 demographic data shows that the majority are white, with 57.8% in the census. Blacks make up 37.8%, Hispanic 13.3%, Asians 6.1%, and then people who identify as an other make up 2.4%. There are lots of churches in the area, many different denominations. It's hard to walk more than a few blocks without seeing a church of some sort. There are several large hospitals in the community with clinics and smaller extensions of the system, but there unfortunately is limited facilities for mental illness and substance abuse. There's 3 major newspapers in the area. Most homes show the presence of a satellite dish or cable the business and industry in the area, Charlotte is the nation's second largest banking center. It's the only larger is New York City. So banking is a huge industry in this area. There's lots of hospitals that are huge employers, and restaurants, realtors, lots of small business opportunities. It's almost impossible not to have a job of some sort in this market. In fact, the unemployment rate is pretty low as far as the national average. Mecklenburg County's unemployment rate is 4.5%. So our informant that we interviewed seems to have a good understanding of hepatitis A and how it is transmitted. He or she, it doesn't say which, but this person has multiple sexual partners and does practice safe sex and does not use IV drugs. This person also practices hand washing, and as a general rule is doing everything that they can do to prevent contracting hepatitis A. So some of the demographic data: the population is slightly more female than male. You can see the age breakdown here. Under 18 is 23.9%, 65 years and older, 10.9%. So your average, the median age is 33. Again, there's the breakdown of the census count for the different diverse races in the area. The income, the median household income is $61,695. About 21.1% of persons considered living in poverty. The cost of living in Mecklenburg County is a little bit higher than the national average. Your average home costs a little over $200,000. And your top 5 employers in the area are Atrium Health is number 1, Wells Fargo, Charlotte Mecklenburg Education System, Bank of America, and American Airlines. So the community assessment for the secondary analysis. So it shows here, and I'm not going to go through all of it, but it does show that there's reasonable access to care. 11% is the amount of Mecklenburg residents that are uninsured, which seems relatively low. Chronic diseases, over half of the adults in Mecklenburg County are either overweight or obese, and 16% report smoking. So for environmental health, Mecklenburg County meets all the federal health standards for air quality, which is good. 1 in 10 infants are born prematurely or at low birth weight, which seems high to me, but I will be honest, I did not research what the national averages are for those numbers. HIV, there are over 6,000 people living in the area with HIV. Injury prevention. Injury is the leading cause of death for people under the age of 44. Mental health, 17% of adults in Mecklenburg report being diagnosed with depression. 15% of Mecklenburg high school students reported binge drinking, and homicide rates have increased 54% from 2014 to 2016. So communicable diseases. Unfortunately, vaccination rates for preventable diseases are low in this area. On the flip side, there's been a 27% increase in flu vaccinations in the year 2017. Vaccination is key to preventing these diseases that are harmful or even fatal. HIV and AIDS, every year 250 to 300 new infections are reported. The majority of these are male African Americans. The 2012 to 2016 Mecklenburg County saw worsening outbreaks of syphilis, 28.1% compared to the rest of the whole state of North Carolina, which was 10.7%. So STD rates are increasing in the county, most notably chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis. So this goes along with the HIV and the AIDS increase. I feel like there just needs to be more education out there on how to prevent these. So accidental injury, unintentional death was the third leading cause of death. Accidental poisonings accounted for 42% of these unintentional injury deaths, and the majority of those involved opioid abuse. 74% of accidental overdoses involved opioids, mainly in white men, according to the statistics. There were a lot of vehicle crashes, 102 deaths in 2016 due to automobile crashes, and the leading cause of people going to the emergency room in this community are falls. Suicide rates are lower than the state average. White males seem to be the highest risk for suicide. They've had over 138,000 adults reporting from suffering from depression, and 37 is the average age of the person who commits suicide in Mecklenburg County between the years of 2012 and 2016. So between the same years, 2012 and 16, heart disease-related deaths have increased. 180,000 residents in this area have 2 or more chronic diseases. It looks like our top 3 are diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and COPD. Also, death rate for Alzheimer's disease is higher in Mecklenburg County than state or national averages. Cancer is the leading cause of death in Mecklenburg County. Most notably are colon, rectal, pancreas, lung, bronchus, female breast, and prostate cancers. So now that we have a little more information about all areas of our community, let's talk about the strengths and weaknesses. Community strengths. There are several large hospitals in the area with a network of clinics available, many pharmacies throughout the community. Poverty and unemployment rates are low. There's reliable public transportation and ways to get around in the city. Community weaknesses. The area is experiencing a hepatitis A outbreak. STDs, chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis again, which are the most increasing ones, are on the rise. Vaccinations for preventable diseases are lower than the national average. So our community diagnosis for Mecklenburg County, their top health issue is the outbreak of hepatitis A. Our nursing diagnosis is the risk for continued increase of hepatitis A infections in the community related to knowledge deficit. Primary interventions include assessing for risk of contracting hepatitis A, administering a vaccine for hepatitis A. Secondary interventions, draw blood sample to be tested, notify patient of results. And the tertiary intervention is to provide education for the following: preventing the transmission, monitoring for nutrition, fluid, electrolyte imbalances in relation to pain and nausea from the disease, and limiting the use of medications due to alterations in liver function. So in conclusion, Mecklenburg County is a culturally diverse community with so much to offer its residents, boasting parks, shopping, excellent public transportation, churches, and easily accessible health care. This attracts people of all ages, races, and socioeconomic backgrounds. Unfortunately, due to increasing incidences of hepatitis A, the CDC has declared that this beautiful community is experiencing an outbreak. Nurses in the area need to be knowledgeable of the at-risk populations and encourage vaccinations to reduce infections. Diligence in educating patients about how hepatitis A is transmitted and proper prevention methods will also help the area to see a decline in the number of new cases in following years. Thank you very much.